shortly, everybody, we'll be getting into this next matchup. We can see where it's going to start right now, but we won't reveal that to you lot at home until we are just ready to go. Our two players are Consus and Trichter33. So did you win the bowling or did Trichter?
Well, you know, Ziggy won, but
Ziggy won.
With an asterisk, I'll say.
Okay.
One of those where you throw in the gutter, bounces out, hits the pin, you get points.
Oh, you guys, wait, it bounced out of the gutter, or were you using like the safety?
No, Ziggy's ball bounced out of the gutter. He got some pins, he beat me, but I don't want to talk about it. It's in the past.
Yeah.
You know.
What we should be talking about is how much of an epic matchup this should be. We've built it up, we've given you guys the story. Consus, for many of the experience, he's a heavy favorite, but we're expecting a lot from Trichter as well. Round one, let's make it rain.
Let's just make it rain.
Yeah.
Let's start.
Yeah, we'll work on the let's make it rain thing, right?
Yeah, it might pick up. We'll see. It might. But round one here, you know, it's immediately, you know, moving. Like I said, I don't know who has the advantage here in moving. We do have piranha pines here. Looks like. I don't know if any player will see that. But these trees, I think those are piranha pines. Are found, you know, unironically enough, near Piranha in Brazil. So we do.
So that's a type of tree, yeah, Piranha pine.
And we see Trichter here zooming into Piranha. I'll be interesting to see if someone instant sends or how the gameplay develops here, but it looks like Trichter might have seen some information.
I also wonder if our players are trying to watch the other matches as they go on.
I think they're fans of the game too, so they probably are.
Yeah, they probably are, and then they maybe see like some of the
Consus, it looks like Consus found the name of the town on that sign that I think I just saw.
And if that's the case, he will be spot on, and he did!
Wow.
Consus!
What?
Coming out of the gate, swinging and living up to all the hype.
Listen, I want to keep this going. Round two here is going to be a pretty obvious Tasmania in Australia for most players. Let's see if they try and pinpoint, or if they just kind of just plonk Tasmania in the center because it's
Bachelor Tasmania. That's what I'm seeing. Bachelor on that signpost.
And just for context here, the Tasmanian possum guard, it's like tinted green. Yeah, it's like a green tent thing right here.
Oh, so that possums can't climb telephone poles.
You don't want them. I don't think a player. I'm assuming a player has seen that. Maybe I'm tripping, but I'm assuming those are Tasmanian. They could be a little bait, but it looks Tasmanian.
A little zoom in by Consus on a number plate there, trying to pick up some hint through the blur. And there we go.
Yep. So looks like one is going Tasmania there. We'll see where the other. It looks like they. Are you gonna try and pinpoint and pick up some points in Tasmania here? That's looks like what we're developing towards. Could be interesting.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to really narrow this one down. Both players.
Yep, looking for a road sign or something to just kind of pinpoint here. But all in all, I don't see very many points. I feel like both players will get to the right region here pretty closely. So
far, what you said is absolutely correct, Rainbow, about this matchup most likely being more methodical.
Yeah, both of these are, extremely intelligent players.
Thorough players.
Yeah, very thorough. They one of those players that it's hard to see them blunder around almost, not to maybe jinx someone.
We have just got a guess from Trichter.
Let's see if Consus, I'm not sure if I've seen Consus open the map yet, but we could potentially, he is also in Tasmania, so we'll see. We're going to see no points here, but that's okay. But Consus is region guessing Tasmania, which is kind of him activities.
Small little bit of damage, chipping away at Trichter.
Yeah,
we're going to wait with round number 3.
And that's kind of good we're waiting, because I got to figure out where we are at first. We
are in the middle of a forest.
It looks Scandinavian, I must say. So let's see if we can find some information. It is moving, but we'll see how the players move. And let's just get into it, shall we?
Yeah, the round is ready to go now. We can start off round number 3 between Consus and Trichter. To me, this is just a country road. It could be anywhere.
I'm always interested in seeing if they both go the same way. Looks like they both are going towards out of the forest here, which is probably smart. But I'm going to see if I can find some information quicker than them and see if we can figure out where we are here.
Yep, you're also following down this incredibly long road.
Yeah, I do not think this is Scandinavian.
You mentioned earlier, sort of at the start of the show, that when you're going down a super long road and there's no information, that it's tough. You're winding down a path which isn't giving you any value.
Yeah,
it seems like the deeper they go, there's less and less to find.
Yeah, it could be demoralizing. I think I would
look at that.
Czechoslovakia here. But
Czechoslovakia.
that is not.
Oh, we found a signpost.
Yeah.
Consus
You know,
has found a signpost.
Consus is the type of guy to know where those are too.
Okay.
And yeah, I do agree that this will be Czechia, I think. So we will see what Trichter does and Consus. But
oh, assuming that he's going back to the bridge, Consus.
so the bridges actually have bridge numbers that he's looking at here, and you can actually use that bridge number to help find.
He's got a name. He's got a name.
Too.
He's zooming fast.
That's the most alpha zoom you could possibly do.
Just pure
Like seeing a
commitment.
random bridge
Just
name
pure
and just like
commitment.
committing to Western Czechia. That's just crazy.
We can call that an AZ, an alpha zoom.
An AZ. Make it rain.
Make it. Not the best time to use the make it rain. You know,
trying.
that's so we're kind of gonna. That's your thing where we get you to do an action. You know.
Oh, okay.
So where Trevor Rainbolt is doing something, he makes it rain. Talking about actions though, Consus has picked a location. They have guessed.
And he's committed to Western Czechia here. And we see Trichter with a safer guess, kind of just center hedging.
2
and
seconds.
he's going to Germany. He sees German.
And Consus once again.
Wow. And Consus
Very close.
This is what I'm talking about. It's just it's going to be very hard to get him to slip up. He hasn't lost any points yet.
He has not, but it's only been a couple of rounds, and the points
true.
are not too, like, you're not losing too many points if you're Trichter, but when those multipliers start going, that's when you've got to pick up your pace.
Yes, and I'm assuming this will also be one of those rounds where both players get pretty close in South Africa. South Africa, because we do have the signs with names here. Something to keep in mind about South Africa is sometimes the signs on Generation 2 coverage, which is this coverage we see here, is older coverage. So the signs, a lot of the names in South Africa have changed in cities and towns. So we'll see if they maybe recognize any of these.
Trichter going north of Pretoria, then going back south.
So the reason why this can't be like Botswana or like Lesotho or Eswatini is because of the Generation 2 coverage.
Okay.
You don't get that.
Yeah, this
you don't
image
get
is
this
not great.
You don't get this camera quality in other countries around South Africa here. There's other reasons as well, of course, like maybe mountains you probably shouldn't send Botswana. But yeah, so I'm assuming both players are probably going to be looking for some information here. It looks like Trichter has sent. Consus is on the clock. Doesn't look like Consus has a guess down yet, so we'll see. He's going to know it's South Africa. Let's see what region he goes. I do like that.
Going extremely south, 2 seconds, Consus.
You know, with the mountains. Wow, Trichter
on the
really
money.
Close. You know, that's probably a town name knowledge because
A lot of damage, and look at that, takes the lead.
yeah, you know, with those mountains, I don't blame Consus's guess there. I don't know if I would have ever gone that north as Trichter there. But let's keep it going in Brazil with a pretty standard Brazilian kind of eastern, probably Rio, Sao Paulo round, if I were to guess, with how green and rolling hills it is. But we'll see what the players think here.
Round 5, green rolling hills. We've got a Volkswagen truck. Perhaps we can spot some sort of... No, we're not going to look at the truck in more detail. I thought that would have been...
Yeah. And the more he went to that coverage there, it looks more dry. It would go more north. It's crazy how different seasons make it look so different.
Yeah, because at one point it's gone from super green lush, and then it looked much more like desolate.
Yep.
Just a bit further.
And wow. Yeah, so both players are probably here looking for a road name. On the side of the road, you can see it says like BR and then like the road name or like the road number. So they're probably looking on the side of the road for those right now, or a town name or something similar. But when Brazil and you're on multis, you have to try and get the closest guess you can because it's such a big country.
We got a sign, Ponte something. Trichter has found a blue sign. And another behind him? Yeah, and
he found the road BR222.
Yep, that's a road name.
And it looks like he's zooming in trying to find that. Doesn't look Consus. Maybe
just out in the dark right now.
Let's see though. Again, they're scanning for Trichter is scanning for that road right now, and it looks like Consus doesn't have as much information. It looks like he might have gone a different way or has been slower or just missed it. But we'll see. I do like how north they're guessing here, Trichter.
Trichter's still in that location looking for those extra details. Now lining the road up.
Yep, he's lining the road. And
presumably meaning he's confident.
He's probably looking for a road that's going more east-west now, rather than on for the 222. And it looks like
Consus looks like... So Consus has found BR222. Sorry, 222. Now, 222.
Yep. 2 cubed.
They've both seen... 2 cubed. 222. They've both seen that road now. It just depends who can find it first. Right?
Yes.
Am I massively simplifying there?
No, I mean, that's close enough. And also, 108 kilometers. So they're going to be using all this information to... and look, Trichter going back to line the road. I can't tell if he's found the road number, but it would be nice. It doesn't look like he has since he's maybe trying to find the 5K. And it looks like Consus is scanning way south, but he's going back up north to look for the 222. But like I said, on Brazil, such a big country, you can't really risk any points here. It could be devastating.
Consus has come in with a guess. Trichter now under the gun. 7 seconds remaining. Got to make a decision, buddy.
And they're both super close.
Very close.
Ended up pretty close. And wow, Consus closer. And there's the 222.
Consus just pulling it off. That's going to be a little chip away at Trichter's over 5k worth of HP. We're going into round 6 now.
Round 6, which looks like an interesting round. I mean, it does look like we're going to be in the Scandinavian, like probably Sweden because of this mailbox right here. This red, or like, I actually don't know. Maybe Finland? I don't know.
Trevor, before we get into this round, I would like to remind everybody at home to get your tickets for the grand final happening here in Stockholm, October the 13th and the 14th at Space, which is a state-of-the-art gaming sort of tech hub. It has an amazing auditorium studio, which is where the grand finals will be taking place. Be sure to get your tickets if you can. You know, if you've got the space in your schedule and the money to come, you get to be here at the first big physical event for this game that you love. Get involved.
I like the pun there. If you have the space in your schedule.
That wasn't even on purpose, man. Space is just a word, right? It just came up, but I'll take it.
We'll take it.
I'll take your appreciation. As these players will attempt to take round number 6.
Round 6. Round 6.
Double damage now, everybody.
2x. Let's see.
This is where that damage really ramps up.
Very true. Let's see, though. We have snow coverage here. So a lot of the players, pro players, do like to learn where there's snow coverage, things like that, especially in certain regions of like Sweden or things like that. Like, let's see what that sign says. Let me see if I can get closer and make it negligible for me. But I would assume we're going to be in, I can't read what language it is.
This gen does not look great, the photo quality.
I think it's just because it's like gray out, but it should be like northern Finland or Sweden if I'm not throwing.
Just a desolate landscape of snow and trees.
Yeah, because
no
you can't see road lines, which is because there's snow. And now that I'm getting closer, it looks like...
I like that pun. There's snow. You were saying there's no, right? Or
that was worse than the space. Yeah.
Continue with your point, Trevor.
No, yeah, I don't know where this is. I'm assuming it's like northern Sweden or Finland. And it looks like Consus, you know, I always defer to Consus' opinion over mine because he's just him. And he's going northern Finland. So
Finland.
I like looks like we might have Finnish.
Have you had a chance to go to Finland before?
I haven't.
Super nice. I've only been once, but it's super nice. Got to go end of last year. Well, I think all Nordic countries are a brilliant place to visit.
I've enjoyed it. And it looks like Consus is, very northern Finland there.
Double damage. But both very close. It shouldn't be too much of a hit. Trichter, yeah, just about 200 points.
Yep, and this next round is going to be no real blunders here because it's going to be an obvious country once again. But let us see how they played out because we should be in Spain.
Round 7, 2.5 times damage.
And they're immediately zooming on the language there to see it's Spanish.
Calle.
What does that mean?
Street.
There you go.
I can't believe you actually... Was there a part of your brain which thought that maybe I didn't know what street was in Spanish? What calle meant? Come on. Trevor, we're supposed to be like Batman and Robin. I'm Robin and you should expect that from me.
I knew you did. I was just trying to, let you flex your Spanish to the crowd.
Yeah, that's a huge flex. Big flex.
It was. I was impressed.
All right. Either player right now, you think... Got a good idea of where they're at, or are they just like steadily looking for more information?
I mean, there is some road. He found the road name or the road number, and that is what you're scanning for. So, fun fact about Spain is that like I don't know what it says, like VA or something says like the region of Spain you're going to be in. I think that I hope that's not fake news, but that should be helpful to find the region if you know how to guess in Spain. There's a couple of really talented Spanish players out there that would know this without even a road number, but Consus and Trichter are getting probably there close regardless. Let's see.
Methodical round this. Consus has been on the mini-map for a while now, or should I just say the map. Looking around, he spotted that sign that was, it's like a road number or...
Yeah, it says the road number.
Yeah, looking to...
And so now he's looking for... Trichter's looking for... I don't know if he found a road number, but... You could region guess based off kind of just like how warm it is or kind of the terrain and things like that. can probably get pretty close, but Consus has guessed. Let's see.
Consus has locked in. 10 seconds now on Trichter. Also found a sign, but it's quite late.
And they're pretty close, though. They're still pretty close on 2.5x. I don't see very much damage going on here. And Consus,
very close from Consus.
My favorite part is seeing the upset cursor movements after, I guess.
This is so close. 4,763 on Trichter. Consus ahead by 3 points on 4,760.
Consus behind by 3 points.
Sorry, behind by 3 points.
That's
Apologies.
kind of, I mean, tomatoes. Let's, and we're going to be, it looks like, again, in, like, I don't know, Baltics or France or something. Let's start.
Round 7. Triple damage now, everybody.
I'm just like, so excited to be a part of this game right now that I don't even want to think. I just want to watch, but that's okay.
It's been so close so far. But it's as soon as that, like, there's a big difference, a big discrepancy in where these guys pick, there's going to be a huge swing in HP. But the question is, does that happen, or do they keep just chipping away at each other?
It's a question of who messes up first.
Yeah.
And it looks like we do have Baltic poles there, if I were to guess, but that could be wrong. Let us see. But anyways, yeah. So Trichter zooming on architecture here. Yeah, that is helpful. Sometimes the brick could be helpful. And he found a main road, which is super important. You're trying to get to these main roads. Oh, we're in Poland. Is that Polish? These trees maybe look Polish.
Okay, Trichter.
That is a Polish,
straight in.
Polish font. So you have different fonts on signs in Poland.
See.
So that if you can't decide that that's Poland itself, that would be a good indicator as well.
Consus is deep in a village somewhere. And zooming around.
Consus is going to know it's Poland because there's Polish poles and, as we like to famously quote Ludwig, Polish trees.
Polish trees?
Yeah, the trees just look Polish.
Okay, that's a big tell. Polish trees. So we've got Polish trees, Brazilian dirt,
Mongolian grass.
Mongolian grass.
But yeah, so both players are looking for signs here. Poland is not really region guessable. You have to look for information. There's some things around the language and like what the cities end in. There's also things like mountains, and if you see more mountains, you're going to be guessing more south, where there's more kind of hills. Maybe not even mountains, I should say. But I don't know where the players are currently, but it does kind of look kind of hilly. But we'll see where they end up going.
Both players zooming around, taking a few moments to pause, taking the scenery, see if there's any information to pick up. As Rainbow just said, it's very hard to just sort of randomly guess in Poland. You really want to be accurate here.
Yeah, Poland is kind of notoriously known as it's just kind of
it's a tough place to sort of just.
But on moving, you can find information, so it's less. It's more of a no moving skill issue.
Trichter's paused on this shop name, and that seems to have given him some sort of tell, because he zoomed in there on the map.
Yeah. So
maybe seeing if he could see some sort of like.
I've talked to pros before around kind of Polish region guessing and how they knew certain regions, and sometimes it's like the end of the town names are like CH is more common in the north. I don't know what it actually is, but there's things like that players are knowing. So that's what we're looking for now, or even just if they recognize this town name. But there's so many small villages and things like that in Poland, you can't really know everything. So we'll see. They're taking their time, though, as you probably should, because Poland is deceptively probably a large country. So see if anyone can get a good guess here, because it is only a 3-point game right now. Anyone's game.
This is a long, hard-fought round. Both players doing everything they can to extract as much information as possible, but Poland is not giving it to them. That being said, Trichter right now, sort of looking at that sign, any information right there?
So they've seen the same fort town. They're looking for a bigger city that I don't think they're going to be able to find. But is he zoomed in on Prudnik? Looks like he might be. Maybe not. Maybe a different PR. Yeah, probably not since he's scanning around, but my pronunciation of that is probably bad. I might almost commit southwest here. I'm gonna say that confidently. I'm gonna go southwest.
You're going southwest Poland.
I'm going southwest Poland. That's just my vibe.
Got a sign with a lot of information there for Consus.
Oh, that's massive information for Consus last second here.
Trichter's locked in. Pressure's on Consus, but it did look like he'd sort of picked out a location based on that big information. 2 seconds now. Oh, wow. Trichter doing a great job. That's going to be
1,000 points.
1,000 damage, the biggest chunk yet. Consus is going to be feeding that one.
And yeah, I mean, it was Southwest. Did I just steal Trichter's guess? Maybe.
You're just too good,
Maybe.
Trev.
Maybe I did. Maybe that was a slight skill issue. But we'll see. On next round, it looks like we might have new Gen 4 Germany, or if it's Luxembourg, I'm not that guy yet. There's no yellow plate, so there should be new Gen 4 Germany.
Gen 4 Germany, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know what player. So like this just got released. Assuming it is Gen 4 Germany, it looks like it is to me. Would be very embarrassing if not.
Looking high fidelity. It's looking good.
Yeah, so this just got dropped. New DLC just dropped.
The new Google Maps DLC. Consus has played it before. Trichter lagging behind 10 seconds. You've got to get a move on.
This is going to be interesting. I'm not sure who's better.
There we go. And Consus
is not close.
Is not close.
Trichter,
but Trichter
has
is
picked up
on
2,300 points in Germany.
The money.
Trichter. Wow, and next round here, round 10.
The German in Germany.
You can't beat that. That's probably why we saw an instant sim by Consus, was because he knew, Trichter is Belgium. He does live in Germany.
Oh, Trichter's Belgium. Apologies.
But he does live in Germany.
Oh, he lives in Germany. Yeah, because I know you said you met up with him in Germany. Assumption. Yeah.
Yep. So he's representing Team Belgium, but he is living in Germany. Anyways, round 9 on Thailand. Like
round 9, and if this is a tough round for Consus, he will lose game number 1.
Yes, but I'm not sure who's better here. I know Consus is he's pretty good at everything, so we'll see. But Trichter is showing
quadruple damage.
I'm just excited that we get content, more rounds out of this. We do have Thai pulls here. Nothing else really screams. Maybe
Trichter's
something.
going straight. That's an Alpha. That's an AZ.
That's an AZ. AZ. It is.
It's an AZ.
AZ.
Off the rip. Trichter. Fast. Aggressive.
I do like the Eastern Thai guess here with that soil. We probably see a similar guess here by Consus, and we do. Literally almost the same road. Wow.
They are so close.
And
Trichter just closer, so it's be a small bit of damage there.
And that's what I mean by
200. But when you've only got 1.4k HP left, 200 is a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by Thailand. Both players and myself both thought it was Eastern Thailand.
Yeah.
And it's just bait west, but we're gonna be South Africa.
What do you think these two are speaking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder.
I don't know. Maybe you could ask them.
Should we call them?
Call them? Is there a name on the? I don't know. But start calling every number you see.
We're just gonna call every number we see. All right, round 10. We're still on 4x. No, round 11. Apologies. It's gonna be 4.5.
4.5x.
Consus 1.2k. Trichter 4.8 roughly.
This is moving. I would just instant sim Pretoria here if I was the coward I am. But let's see what happens here. It is very dry, so it could be near like Uppington or something like that, maybe. But it could be near the border over there by Botswana. But I'm not too sure.
So there's another one of your nicknames for a country, Bots.
We
had Monty, Arge, Wa.
Monty, Arge, yeah.
WA.
Wa. I'm trying to think of others. Yeah, I don't know.
You could just call the USA U.
You could. That would be weird.
It's looking desolate. Heat on screen. It's wherever we are. It's looking extremely hot. The ground is dry, and I can imagine that both players are feeling the pressure and the heat themselves in their rooms, wherever they're playing from.
Yes, probably their rooms.
It's a tough situation to be in if you're Consus, because you want to be as accurate as possible. You are on the back foot.
Yeah, Trichter is coming with an advantage, and I know he's probably still nervous because going up against Consus, it's still anyone's game, especially against such a talented player, obviously. But we'll see if Trichter can pull off a pretty good guess here. Looks like no information. You get put in a random neighborhood. It's hard to find. You're looking for a main road right now, something with info.
Yeah, a main road with info would, I'm sure, help them massively. So that, I imagine that's a key thing. You don't want to be on these little back roads. You don't want to be in like a little community like we're seeing here. You want to look for something where it's going to give you as much information as possible. Yeah, on these moving games, you're looking for info. Yeah, you're looking for something that tells you exactly where you are, the road name, the town name, the city name, whatever you're looking for, or even just a better clue like a phone area code or something. Because I think Consus might even know South African area codes. So. And it looks like Trichter has gone back to the beginning. Maybe he's trying a different road. He didn't like that road he was going down. He's going a different direction. He was not confident that he was going to find a major road. It looks like Consus is still stuck in the neighborhood too. And it looks like he might be getting out soon. But we're just driving around South Africa right now. Driving around. And Consus has found the main road, looks like. What way does he want to go? He's looking for signs or something. He's going left. It's going left. Going against the traffic. against the traffic, flying over the traffic like Superman.
And now here he is. He has a massive advantage right now because Trichter is still looking for a road with information. But Consus Trichter could find the other road and go the other way, and there could be information right there, which is what he looks like. Will he go left? If he goes left, he will be going the same way Consus was going. Ooh.
Well, we've
Consus.
got some sort of real estate poster Consus picked up on.
And Trichter's going right. We have
Trichter's
separate
going
roads.
right. We're seeing a deviation here in the pathing. The question is whose pathway will reveal more. 4.5x damage.
And Consus could easily lose here in South Africa. You go Pretoria on when it's like near Uppington or something like that. That's a GG. So we'll be. He's definitely taking his time. And at this point, he's committed. Both players have pretty much committed to finding information. So let's see if they can find anything. Home of Champions. Rand
Trichter taking a look at some artwork there.
But it looks
that
like
might be a big tell.
Might be a town name. I'm not.
Oh, he's communicating there.
Talking to us.
Talking to us. What's up, Trick?
Yeah, that's his.
He's looking at. He's looking at the advertising
there's
on the
codes.
wall.
This is 4.5x damage. Anyone's game here. I mean, Consus could also win here. But it looks like Trichter might have more information.
Both players are spinning up. There's an AZ. Consus zooming in. He thinks he's got a good feeling of where he's at.
Or does he? That's the question. How confident is he? I'm not sure if he knows what he's looking for right now, to be honest.
Okay.
But he's also him, so I'm not too sure.
This is a very methodical round. Mona driving school. 2 numbers, write them down. We'll call them one by one.
I do need help driving. I'm kind of bad.
You've been traveling, brother. You've been traveling all over.
I was in South Africa like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But this is, I mean, I would go more north here, to be honest. But this is where one of those maybe party instant sending Pretoria. Maybe he gets closer than both players taking 20 minutes. It could be one of those things. So it could be more east. We do have some palms. It could be near water, but it looks pretty dry.
It is looking very dry.
Both players taking their time. This is new coverage too, so.
What does that mean, new coverage?
It's just like, it's probably taken within the past 2 years.
Okay.
Oh, this is getting it. He's at an intersection.
Wait, we've got a guess. Consus has
guessed.
Thrown
just north of Pretoria. I mean, I like the guess, honestly. And Trichter...
It's put the pressure on
Trichter. Look, in the end, you all end up in Pretoria.
Yeah. Both relatively close. It's going to be a small bit of damage towards
and Trichter's upset because that was
not a small bit. Consus now under 1K.
And you see how upset he was because he saw the name of the town that he saw on the sign in the...
What was the name?
Randa Feinton or something?
Okay, it was from that...
It did. Okay. It was just southwest of Pretoria. He's upset he didn't know that. But... Looks like we might be in Ireland. I'm just going to keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's keep it going. We're going from dry now to more green.
Yes, you recognize this place?
5x damage.
I would go Ireland here. I usually associate white housing more with Ireland over the UK, but I'm not that guy, pal. So this could be UK.
I mean, it's definitely UK, like
Wales or something.
It could be Ireland. I don't know. I could never tell you.
Summerhill Road. This should be the UK.
Summerhill Road we've seen. At least Trevor has found Summerhill Road.
We'll see where the players go.
Oh, and Trichter's just found Summerhill Road as well, and then he's looked at the opposing signage.
Looking for number plates. We have another Isle of Man. Maybe he saw a number plate that was...
that's being locked in. That was an AZ on the Isle of Man.
So he must have seen a number plate that had a red strip on because he did zoom in. I didn't see it, but if he's committing that...
Trichter's going to Wales.
If it is Isle of Man, he would pick up points. Has he guessed?
Trichter's going North Wales.
It was Isle of Man.
And he's way off. Trichter...
Is that ever going to be enough? It's not. Only 2,200.
Taking a lot of damage, but not out of the game yet. 2.5k.
That's massive.
Huge for Consus. That's going to be a big confidence booster.
Yep, and we're going into the next round here, round 12. Let's keep going. I don't want to slow these players down any more than I need to.
They're in the zone, as are we, as all of you at home should be as well. Once again, shout out to all of you for joining us.
Yes.
Hope you are enjoying the show. We've got Consus fans, we've got Trichter fans. I can see it. See you all in the chat.
The question here is, do I go Bolivia or Peru? I'd probably go somewhere. Oh, there's a Bolivian flag there, so I would go Bolivia here. And Bolivia is one of those countries, assuming this is Bolivia, is where players know the roads. They know almost every road.
The high-level players know
like Consus,
the roles.
I think Consus might know every road in Bolivia that's covered. Because Bolivia is one of those countries that hasn't covered the whole country, and there's only certain roads.
I see.
And so you only
less roads to know.
There's less roads to know. Most players at this level that they're at have learned the roads.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe this is a distinct one that they haven't seen. But I'm expecting maybe some 5Ks here. And Trichter goes to line up the road. He obviously knows the road, and Consus follows suit, lining the road up.
Consus going fast there.
And they're looking for the road here. That's what they're doing. Looking for something that lines up with the road angle.
5.5x damage.
And you see we have that intersection east. That makes this pinpointable. So you can see on the map there's going to be a road. They're looking for the white road that sticks out.
I see.
East of this pinpointable road.
Consus is just rushing along that road. Potentially, now changing roads, but potentially looking for that intersection that you mentioned. Now zooming in on some water.
Consus he's scanning like a maniac.
Yeah.
He's looking at the rivers. I wonder if he saw a river name that he's looking at, or a bridge name.
There we go.
Did he see a bridge name? I might have seen the bridge name that he looked at when he went north.
Still scanning.
I think Consus might be cooking up the 5K.
Hold up. Let him cook.
Who let bro cook?
Consus still scanned, but he does not decide to commit to anywhere. He's just sort of scanned across.
Yes.
Have they both just reset? Are they both in the...
They both reset to look to see if they can line it up. But
oh, this is a long sort of like...
No, it looks like they're looking back for more information, or if they can read the sign that they read previously. They made it for Gore.
Gran Feria, Agricola. I couldn't read the second bit. A lot of information there. Scrawled on surfaces.
Yeah, I mean, losing in Bolivia would be quite devastating. I think both players are both pretty talented in Bolivia.
They both want to get a 5K
it looks like
here.
Consus or Trichter's lining up roads here.
Consus lining up a road after seeing a sign. Trichter's also zooming in. Is that going to be a guess though? No, just putting his marker down.
This is getting intense.
It is.
Intense.
Intense indeed.
But yes, I honestly... I don't know even if Consus can make... He only has 900 points on 5x damage. You know, it's very minimal. He guesses the wrong area of the road, and he could easily just lose. The wrong intersection down the road. So this is massive. Or he could also win if Trichter blunders the road as well. So they're both taking their time here. Consus goes back to lining the road up.
Taking their time, indeed they are. They both want to make this work. Trichter maybe trying to match up there. What he's seeing, he's circling something.
And this is the thing you get with moving games. You know, there's so much information available. You have to use it.
You sometimes psych yourself out.
Yeah, it's like the more you see, the less you know.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes your intuition, your first guess is just better. You know, like both players, if they were playing NMPZ, they both would have instanced in Pretoria.
Yeah.
And they would have probably got closer guesses than, you know, their 20 minutes on that game. But we will see what ends up happening here.
I feel like it would benefit either player right now to make the first move. I could be right. Well, Consus has just gone and done it. Consus has picked their spot. Now Trichter under the gun.
Is Consus in his road, or in his intersection?
5 seconds.
Is Trichter still moving around? I don't know where it's going to be.
There we go.
Trichter.
And Trichter right on top. That's going to be surely enough.
That's game. That's game.
That is game. It's the knockout blow.
Trichter takes game 1.
Trichter takes game 1.
True.
Very shortly, we'll get into game number 2 here for us. It's been tight. That first game, probably our longest one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super tight. Very methodical, just as you predicted.
Maybe not as many rounds, but their rounds lasted way longer. They took their time, methodical. So we'll probably see something less likely on no move going forward because they're more, you know, they have the information available pretty quickly, so they use it.
But now both players, you're saying, are in their realm of expertise.
This is their sweet spot.
This no move is where we should see the action truly pop off between Consus and Trichter. No moving, everybody at home. Trevor, whenever you're ready, brother, we can get this going.
We're going to start off in Japan here.
It's looking like Japan.
is no moving. What we'll see immediately is them zooming into plates, as I see here. Both of them obviously do it because those plates are regional to Japan. I don't know which player knows which plates because there is a lot. Trichter looks pretty confident there in his zoom, but they're looking for things at the, all over the pole there to help, to decide. There's also guy wires, which is like the wire that holds up the pole kind of. And those are distinct to different regions.
Consus and Trichter guessing at the same time as Consus coming out on top. That's going to be a solid bit of damage. Luckily, that one for Trichter not happening in the later rounds with big multipliers because that would have been big damage. For now, though, just a bit of chip.
Just a little. And this next round here will be a very, very minimal round 2. And we'll probably see a pretty quick guess. And I have already started, so we will get into it.
You have them ready and raring to...
You have yellow backplates. Both players will know what this means. Driving right. And maybe you might even say Consus might have the upper hand here as the Dutch, but Netherlands are notoriously known for not really being that region guessable.
A guess has come in first from Consus. Trichter's got 10 seconds now to respond, lining up the road.
Wow.
Looking to really pinpoint the location. Only 3 seconds left, and it doesn't quite pay off. It's Consus.
Both of them
a bit closer.
Both of them pulling out the Northern Dutch vibes.
Yeah.
It's kind of impressive.
Only 50 damage, though.
Only
These
50.
early rounds.
Early rounds.
Let's just keep them going.
Let's keep it going. This is Thailand. Nice. Keep going. Round 3.
Round 3, everybody.
You know, my region guess here immediately, I would go pretty north, I think. Wait, is that... Oh my god, is that Bangkok pole?
Bangkok pole.
No, it might be a fake meta. I know I've seen some in Chiang Mai as well, but if I zoom in on this pole, it looks low-key like a Bangkok pole.
And what are the markers of a Bangkok pole?
It looks like the Brazilian pole. But you've also get them elsewhere, but I've seen them when I was in Bangkok a lot, in Bangkok. And other members of the community have also mentioned the same thing. Not sure what they're looking at here, but I do see it's like the indent in the pole. I could be spreading fake meta here, which I love doing, spreading fake information.
Fake meta, fake news.
But I don't know. This doesn't really look like Bangkok at all. Is that a snake trap on the pole? There is snake traps on the pole too, I think. So I'm probably spreading fake. I think you get those poles more in populated areas because they're probably just bigger. But I am not too sure because both players here are going south on the peninsula, which does make sense.
Both players on the map right now, picking spots, honing in on what they think is the correct location.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks super tropical, which is why they're going south with all the palms and kind of just like the overall vegetation. You don't really see that north, so I would expect pretty close guesses here by both of them. As we have Consus with the first guess, and here Trichter still looking for a road, and Consus was, I think, somewhat closer there. Yep.
Just a little bit. 21 points of damage.
And once again, I did spread fake information, so we love to see that.
It's a steady start. Trichter slightly on the back foot, but nothing to worry about yet.
Yep, no big multis. Let's keep it going.
Keep it going. Round number 4, everybody.
Ayers
Visitor Centre.
You know where this is?
Ayers. Well, I know in the UK there's a place called Ayers, but I don't know if this is the UK.
Yeah, it is.
It is, okay, yeah.
So maybe you're him on this location. Where is it?
I don't know, bro.
Apparently north, according to Trichter here. We'll see. It doesn't look like very Scottish.
Scotland, okay. So going we've got...
Oh, wait, maybe...
Consus going South Island.
Wait, maybe it is Ireland.
Now going to Northern Ireland. Swinging back to Wales. Consus is dodging all over the UK right now. All over.
Wait, I think we're in Isle of Man.
Isles. Why are we always in the Isle of Man?
It is. Maybe you should...
Is there a conspiracy there? We always end up in the Isle of Man.
Maybe the Isle of Man is... Maybe we are the Isle of Men.
Wow, my mind is blown.
No, I don't know.
I don't know what it means, but it's provocative.
I would almost go, mainly because I'm kind of using the meta of the map so far as well. I would almost just guess Isle of Man just because I think I've seen it. It's Gen 2.
Consus is settling in on the north of Ireland.
Okay.
Sticking it there. Trichter
going
currently Scotland.
If it's Isle of Man, no one's picking up that. I'm probably just not.
This is going to be a solid score, and it was Isle of Man. I was going to say it's going to be a solid score for if either player is closest based on where they actually got to, but neither was. They were quite evenly away.
Even, yeah.
But the man next to me, the man as fast as lightning.
I might have called the region wrong at least 90% of the time tonight, but that's okay because I got one right. and we can stick on to that.
Yeah.
Next round.
Round 5. Let's get it going.
Let's keep it going.
You can already see
there's lots of information on this round.
Signpost there.
And ZA, presumably South Africa.
I know what you.
Or it could be Eswatini, to be honest. Or Lesotho. It is Eswatini. Mobane. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's oh, they know the cities better than I do, I guess. It is. It should be Eswatini. And we do have a ridge. This will be 5Kable, I would say.
You think this is we're going to see a 5K here?
We have information. I'm not sure if we will. We could, though. We definitely could.
We haven't had a chance to see a 5K in this matchup yet. Perhaps now is the moment. Consus really zooming in there, but then switching back to a completely different location. Trichter's looking at the roads. Trichter's looking at the pylons there.
Yeah, so they're scanning for
up the road.
I guess the names here. We're going to be near the capital, regardless, so I think both players are pretty close. I mean, Trichter's right outside, so on 1.5x damage in
there we go.
Country, like
a guest comes in from Consus. Trichter now looking to make his move. And it's Consus. This is a bit closer. 1.5x damage now.
Wow. Massive 38-point
38
pickup.
points, everybody.
Wow, that is devastating.
Pop your champagne.
Wow.
It's popping off in here.
It is.
Yeah,
and this is
I thought it was going to be more, but then it was... I thought it was...
yeah, small country moment.
Yeah, small country moment.
And it looks like we might be in like Bulgaria is my best bet here at the winter coverage.
Look at this.
When it looks low-key, Street View did Bulgaria dirty.
Dude, like...
They did. It's like anti-Bulgaria.
Like, yeah, and this is on a no move as well. This is tough. And both zooming in.
It's crazy because if you look at this in Gen 4 coverage and new coverage, it looks
Consus
like
went in with a hard AZ lock.
Yeah, like this is it's a pretty standard bulg.
Okay, they both sort of went
nice, yeah.
Standard.
And there's no information available. You're kind of
But 982 points.
That's pretty big.
Starting to on double damage, we're starting to chop up at the HP.
Consus needs to win this game.
He does. Otherwise, he takes a loss.
A loss. That doesn't mean he's out of the tournament.
Doesn't mean he's out.
But it does mean he does take a loss to Trichter, which would be ratio. Okay, next round here. Let's see. We're going to be in Australia. We have a domain.
Oh, can see flick.com.au. Got soap. Hygiene services. That's interesting, right? What are we talking here? Are we talking, do they clean your house? Do they clean you? Do they clean your car? It's just general hygiene services.
It looks like they have toilet paper, so maybe they do clean you.
We've got sponges. We've got toilet paper. We've got shavers and syringes. And antibacterial, there's all types of stuff going on here.
Yeah,
anyway,
as far as region, I'm not sure. I would go Queensland here with the palms. There's a large body of water to our...
They both love this flick truck just as much as we do.
Yeah, information. You look for information. Are they in Queensland right now? I would go Queensland with the kind of how tropical it looks. It could be something like, I don't know. I never see NT here unless it's like super east.
What's NT?
Northern Territory.
Okay.
But there's also a large body of water south, I think, which would be interesting. I don't know if that's the ocean or if that's like what that is. It could be a lake, but it was just north of Queensland there.
2.5x, barely a discrepancy. But when you times it by 2.5, it makes 100.
Yep, and this round we will see some points, I think.
Oh, you think there's going to be...
I think, because...
Why is that?
It looks pretty, generic. My best guess here would be somewhere in like the prairies in the U.S. Or it could even be like Sask. I don't see Sask. I see like a North Dakota or something. And wow, Trichter just validating me instantly with that North Dakota zoom in.
North Dakota zoom in.
Let's see if there's any information available though. I do not think there will be. Yeah, both players are scanning, looking for information. Do have corn there, I think. So maybe the corn, if we see a player go near where there's some corn, we do see a South Dakota guest. Trichter going a little more south near Nebraska. Does make sense with the corn, I presume. Consus making his guess
There is corn here, but it's not as impressive as that corn we saw earlier. That big corn statue.
Big corn.
I love that.
Corn meta in the chat.
Corn meta in the chat. Don't forget it, everybody. Let's get it trending, guys.
Looking at the polls here, nothing too distinct about these polls. I don't think that would...
I can tell you one thing. They're not Bangkok polls.
That's true. What if they are? That'd be crazy.
They're unless they imported them, they're not Bangkok polls.
I'm going to take one to Bangkok and just prove you wrong.
Oh, yeah? That's what you can do when you're Rainbolt, you know. Millions of followers across social media, all the views. If you want a Bangkok poll in
Gosh, darn it.
another country, you just say, Thailand, send one over.
Nice. And we do have two. We have Nebraska and North Dakota. Consus going Montana there, getting closer.
Montana, okay.
But only 90 points, so.
We're in triple damage, but this is very close.
It's also important to remember how nervous these players probably are going into this. You know, this game.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a Brazil again. Let's just keep it going.
Keep it going, Brazil.
Going. Round 9. Trying to see if we have any Piranha Pines or anything like that. I would almost go. I don't know where I would go here. I mean, we have these hills again that would say somewhat east. We do have a round pole here. A round pole, I would assume, I usually associate more with southern Brazil.
Okay.
So that is what I'm looking at here, but I cannot tell if that's a round pole or not. I'm not sure what the players, if they'll make that out. But I looked for Piranha Pines because it immediately looked like that Piranha region to me. And we do have Trichter zooming in kind of close. But we'll see. I would go pretty south here, I think. Like maybe Sao Paulo, Piranha.
Well, Trichter is outside Sao Paulo right now. I'd gone north, though, not south. Consus is also lingering between Sao Paulo and Curitiba. And Consus makes their guess there, closer to Curitiba, sorry. Trichter now, pressure on, 5 seconds. He's going to sticking north of Sao Paulo, and it's on the money. No, it's not on the money. Apologies, missed all that. But much closer for Trichter, and it's going to be a big chunk of damage against Consus.
Trichter kind of asserting his gameplay right now. It's quite the spectacle to see. He's made very little mistakes.
The Trickster.
The Trickster. Wow, that was good. I'll give you props on that one.
Thanks, brother. Let's get it going. Round number 10.
It's a start. South Africa again. Let's see if they take
quadruple damage. The damage is really spiking. We could see some big damage if there's a bit of a blunder, bit of a misplay.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just sent Pretoria. I'm not sure.
Douglas was that Spa. It said Spa Douglas on that. Yeah.
Shout out to Doug.
Shout out to Doug.
Maybe that's a person's name. Maybe it's a town name.
I think it's a town name. I'm pretty certain. Doug. I don't know why I know why this is in my head, but Douglas is definitely a town name.
I hope it is.
It 100% is a town name.
If there is, shout out to someone watching this from Douglas.
Yeah.
Out there.
Shout out to you in Douglas. Both players spinning around. Get out of their way.
Yep.
They're coming.
Zoom in kind of in the same area too. Let's see. Is he zooming in on? Is he in Douglas?
Who?
I think Consus is in Douglas.
Consus is in Douglas. I told you here first, it's a town name.
If this is real?
Consus has found it. He's found the exact location.
He found Douglas.
The quadruple damage. What is going to happen here? 1K. It's going to be down to the wire.
900 points.
4.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Douglas.
Consus needed that shout out. But let's wait for the shout out to Douglas.
And this is going to be 0 points.
0 points. Why's that?
Because it says Funchal right there. It's just everyone. They're both going to know this is going to be Madeira.
Okay.
I've actually. Yeah, they're both going to know this.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Trichter's going at it first, going on to the Isle of Madeira. And yep,
and it has an airport. I mean, yeah. I mean, Trichter doesn't lose 900 points on Madeira. So this will be going into round 12 here. There is water.
Looking for a roundabout.
Yeah. I drove a lot in Madeira actually.
Yeah?
I did.
Did you drive on this roundabout?
You know, I did do a video where I visited every single diverse world. Yes.
Yes. So we have a man in the studio that has been on this exact roundabout, and it's Trichter that will hopefully be picking the location that Rainbolt was living in. Who was closer? Consus! On the money! Is that
5K? Nope, it's not enough.
No, it's not enough. It's not enough at all. Small island.
And oh my god, this next round will decide it.
Do you think this next round?
This is Brazil. This will decide it, I think.
I mean, what you mean either way, or you think if Consus wins, Trichter's going out?
It leans towards, let's just start. It leans towards Consus' favor, though.
All right, everybody at home, listen to our expert in the studio. I know many of you are experts at home as well, but Rainbolt is saying that this could be it. This could be the winning blow for Consus. Does Trichter have what it takes? Let's find out.
The general region is kind of almost obvious. It's going to be near that Sao Paulo region again. It depends on who gets the better region guess here because these mountains are quite distinct. We have the southern poles with the round poles. It's a matter of who gets the better region guess here in this region that Trichter's in right now. Could it be a little more south? Yes. They're currently looking for mountains north, which is kind of a lot of places here. But yeah, this is going to be intense. And they're both zooming in. Consus needs on 5x damage very little. But there's no information to go off of. There's nothing to read. They're going strictly off of this mountain here.
And that mountain, they're trying to line up the geography.
They're probably looking for the mountains on the map that kind of gives them in the pocket that makes sense. Because other than that, they all know the general region, but that's about all they know. And that's kind of what Consus was hinting at right there. And that's why they're so close to each other right here, right now, and getting closer.
Consus has gone in first. Trichter now, with 5 seconds left, making their guess.
God,
Consus is closer.
Is that enough?
Could that be it?
It's enough.
It's going to be enough. 1.4K. Consus does it.
We're going to NMPZ.
We are going to NMPZ 1-1. We'll be going to game number 3. Game. This is the decider. It's NMPZ. Still image. Toughest game mode. And perhaps going to be our most electric game yet, Trev. What do you think?
I'm hyped. I've waited for this moment for a while. And like I said, whatever happens, both players are just talented, and they'll both, probably do well within their own group. So we'll see what happens, though. Who gets the win here? It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive.
Consus versus Trichter. It's been such a hard-fought battle right now. Do you have any initial impressions from the image on screen?
It looks like Gen 4 Germany, I think.
It's looking like my favorite thing in the world. Gen 4 Germany. Everybody at home, get hyped. It's the decider game between Consus and Trichter. The winner gets a much-wanted W.
Yes, and let's see if it is Gen 4 Germany here. It could be Luxembourg, like I said, but they are zooming in to Germany here. Let's see if Consus does the same. Looks like he will be. I mean, Trichter is living in Germany, so that we'll see. I don't know if that is much of an advantage because Germany has just came out. So I'm not sure which player has learned the most, but Consus has, obviously done somewhat. Usually in that East Berlin area, you do get more sand in the area, so it does make sense with what we saw right there in Germany and those guesses right there. And this is going to be another standard round for these guys. So especially on NMPZ, you can see the car here. This is going to be car mode. You can tell we're driving right. Let's just start the game and see what happens on NMPZ round 2. I'm excited. This is good. And on NMPZ, this is good, framing so far. They're going to know it's Senegal. Senegal recently updated Gen 4 coverage as well a couple months ago, and you do get this more green stuff in the south, and they both know that, and they're both instant sitting that. That is a great thing to see. Only losing 200 points, and this next round looks like it's going to be a fun one. Looks like we might have the Gen 3 Columbia antenna here. Excuse my pronunciation of antenna. I am saying it like that. I do not care. Antenna. But I could be wrong. Let's find out. If you didn't have this car meta available, I'm not sure if you would go Colombia here. I could be wrong, but you do usually get this antenna in Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico, and Brazil. But usually with the black car, you do go Colombia here. But I'm not too sure what we see from the players. We do see Trichter zooming into Colombia. I'm assuming we see the same from Consus here with how skilled he is. And we do. They're region guessing. Maybe they center hedge. I'm not too sure what exactly they do here. Let's find out. And they're both pretty close. So 10 seconds left on the clock. Trichter's still trying to get a guess down. This is going to be, this might go the distance. We got to lock in. We got to lock in. Trichter's closer. How many points is that going to pick up? Only 400 points. Once we get into multis, that's going to take a lot more. And this next round looks like it's fun. It's going to be Russia. I'm not sure who has the Russian advantage here. I know Consus has grinded Russia. I'm not too sure about Trichter. Then we find out. Let's do it. NMPZ in Russia, round 4. I'm going to keep the pace quick. You guys don't want to hear me talk. You want to see them guess. Let's do it. And they both immediately know it's going to be Russia. Based off this black car with long antenna, we also have a Russian pole in the distance. I think, no we don't, but that's fine. Let's see where they end up guessing here. No player with a guess yet. I would go somewhat Western here because it kind of looks, I don't know, more Baltic. We do have a guess here. What do you think?
A guess from me?
Russia.
Okay, I want to say Russia. Yeah, big congratulations to Rainbow, by the way. He just completed successfully his first ever solo call, so let's get hashtag Rainbow Solo in the chat. Yeah, I had to sneak off, deal with some stuff behind the scenes, but I'm back in the studio, and we're already into round 4.
Hey, I
was barely gone 2 minutes.
Listen, bro, we got content galore. We got to keep it going.
Oh my god, and Consus is already like quite a massive bit, not massive, but he's lost a solid chunk of HP, a third of HP, a third of his HP there.
Let's keep it going. Listen, we're not here to slow this down. We're going to be in Sweden, and they're both going to know we're in Sweden. Let's see where in Sweden we're going to be. I would go pretty southern here, just based off the vibes. I would go like maybe near,
You told me earlier, vibes are important.
We have Western Stockholm, or west of Stockholm, I should say.
West of Stockholm, that could be correct. I've spent time around there, and this looks slightly familiar. Could this be Eskilstuna?
They're both being, we have one, wow, Trichter.
Where is it?
He's just in his bag. I mean,
Trichter is totally in the zone right now.
He's 40 kilometers away. Consus is only 80. Like, both extremely good guesses, but you can't. If Trichter keeps playing like that, you can't beat it.
Consus is in a tough spot now.
Because he's playing out of his mind too, but Trichter is just kind of keeping it going as well.
Just ahead of the curve.
And we're going to keep it going in South Africa here.
Yeah, I tried to throw my opinion in there. I said one of the few towns I know that's around Stockholm. I was completely off, but at least I tried.
Yes, and that's all that matters.
And I tell you who needs to try right now, Consus. Consus needs a big round, in my opinion, to keep himself mentally in the game. None of these players have played on this type of stage before. None of them have felt this pressure, and he needs to rise to this occasion before it slips through his fingers.
And Trichter's guess right here, I really like Trichter's guess. I do think it's going to be north of Victoria. I really do. I really like this guess based off these mountains in the background, or these hills. I think Trichter might be close. I could be wrong. Let's see where Consus ends up going. It could, they kind of, all these places kind of look the same at the end of the day. No one's going to guess down. Victoria Hedge is safe.
Has come in from Consus. Trichter is lingering more to the north of Pretoria. This could be a huge round for either player, and it's Consus with double damage. That's going to be big.
1,200 points.
It's going to be 1,200, yes, exactly 1,200, and that is going to be a nice blow for Consus to land onto Trichter.
Keep it going.
Needed that. I stand by what I said. 2.5x. We're getting straight into round number 7.
And see, both players will know this is Australia, but can they read enough information on this sign right here? It looks like all they might be able to read is national park attractions. Not sure if there's much else. If I move around, I can see more. We are going to be in South Australia, near the Victoria border, I presume.
Consus going south.
Ooh, a Kangaroo Island guess by Consus.
Kangaroo Island? I did not even... There's an island off the coast of Australia called Kangaroo Island?
There is. And they just recently got Gen 4 coverage, I think. I don't know if this is Kangaroo Island. I would go more southern, but who am I to say anything, Oh, no. We have Trichter going Perth.
Perth?
Which is way wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I can move. I see information they don't.
2.5, that's true. That is true. You can on your
screen. We have Stoby Poles.
2.5x damage. So if Consus doesn't blunder this either, this could be huge damage.
Consus is currently in South Australia.
Yeah, so this could be huge damage. Could it be game-ending damage?
See, I do see there's a thing called Wah Curbs. I think that he might think this could be. But I don't know. Is he? Oh, he's going back?
Trichter's going back.
Oh, he's in Victoria.
Trichter is going back.
This is going to be... Oh, but even if he's in Victoria, he could lose here. No, I don't think so. Man, that would have been devastating if he lost in Australia right there. Because he would have... And Consus is going back to Kangaroo Island. And Trichter.
Trichter also on Kangaroo Island?
He's somewhere. I didn't get to see where he zoomed in on. But this is getting...
No, it wasn't. Apologies. But he's on the similar coast that's northeast of it.
Yeah, it's going to be... he ended up getting there in the end. Let's see if they both stay there and see who picks up points. But man, if Consus would put pressure...
They're both lingering around this coastline.
If Consus would put pressure on... Oh, is he back in Perth?
I guess it's coming.
He's back in Perth.
Consus has placed their guess.
Oh, no, he guessed in... Wait, has he placed his guess?
Trichter is not... With 5 seconds left, now going...
He's closer. He's good.
He's closer. He is good. That's going to be some solid damage towards Consus. 668, chipping away.
I was almost... I kind of almost... I got ahead of myself there. That was close.
That's all right. As with the drama.
If Consus would have instant sent earlier, maybe Trichter would have got caught up and sent Perth on his first instinct there. We're going to be in Ukraine here. Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. Keep it rolling.
Round 8, 3x.
3x damage now.
And Ukraine, I don't know where in Ukraine they go. I'm not very good at region guessing Ukraine. Maybe northern-ish, maybe northwest. I'm not that guy, pal.
I'm not that guy. Trust me. You're not that guy, pal.
I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy. I wonder whatever happened to that guy.
He's probably living his life. And Consus is going west.
Consus is going west and locking it in very quickly.
You know, Ukraine's deceptively big as well. Let's see if and
Trichter's also going to the west, but now going central.
Who's closer? It's a question.
This could be big points.
This could be big points if someone's closer.
Consus is much closer.
Oh,
triple damage.
My God.
That could be it.
Nope. 3K.
Oh my God.
Quick maths. 1,500 points left for Trichter.
1,500 points to Trichter. I was off there. Never do maths on broadcast, they say. I should stick to that. You don't have to. You were close, mate. Yeah, you're good, brother. You take the math.
Yes.
Take the math. Where are we, Trev? Where are we?
I don't know, brother. I go Indonesia here.
Okay.
It could be something else, though. I would go Indo. There's maybe distinct Poles they would know here. It could be Malay. It's definitely going to be Indo, I think. I would definitely go Indo here. But this is like one of those... Consus is known maybe... Or at least I know him to have some very, very talented Indonesian region guessing. But Trichter, he just did a little bit of an AZ there, if I'm being honest.
That was an aggressive
and he's going
zoom, an alpha zoom.
He's going in Sumatra. Oh, they're both in a similar area now.
Similar area on the map.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. I mean, it does, maybe these road lines, I don't know. The yellow outer road lines or something could be distinct to a certain region. I'm not too sure. But overall, the vegetation makes sense for that region of Indonesia, I would say. Kind of looks like Borneo, Malaysia. That's usually how I remember it. But Indonesia is such a massive country, and you forget how massive it is, and Consus is in. And he seems confident. Let's see where Trichter ends up going. I don't think he loses if he keeps his guess there, and Consus is close. But Trichter could also be closer. And Trichter, how does he know that?
Trichter with a good job, but Consus. Not good enough. And Consus with almost a killing blow. Trichter now on just 284 points of health. Consus sitting pretty on 3K.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Trichter truly has it all to do. We are on 4x damage. It's round 10 and we're staring at a beach.
And both players are going to know this is Argentina and we do have water east. They might try and line up this road here. It's going to be pretty... Yeah, I really like Trichter's instant guess here. He might know this town. You have water east with this very distinct landscape in Argentina. You could line it up the coast.
They're looking at this coast. Trichter's already put a marker down. Consus is taking his time. Not looked at his map yet, if I'm not mistaken. Calm and measured.
He's just looking. I mean, assumingly...
It's so lit. To me, to my eyes, like... This is tough. This is really tough.
And look, they both zoomed into the exact same area. This makes sense. This part of the world does make sense for these guesses. And I will assume they're both close. Oh my God. And Trichter has put his guess down. Consus is on the clock.
Down.
Will he be closer to win? 284 points. We'll find out in 6 seconds.
Very close to each other.
Trichter's closer.
But it's Trichter that's closer. So Consus is the one that's going to be taking damage, but it's only 188 points. Nonetheless, of course, Trichter stays alive.
Oh my God. I don't want to say. Let's just keep playing.
Go. Run it.
This looks like Australia.
4.5.
I would go Tasmania here if I were to guess. Instant Tasmania. I don't know. I could be way wrong. Let's see where they go. Trichter is in, and he's in South NSW. I do not know what this is. They will see it. We do have the eucalyptus trees that do indicate that maybe it's more likely Australia. I'm assuming both players do get Australia here, but let's see where they go in Australia. Because I'm not the guy on Australia. Is Trichter guess?
Trichter has gone in with a very fast guess.
Pressure.
He's trying to play that meta of pressure, of speed. Consus now having to loop around. He's going to Spain.
No, he's switching.
Switching back.
No, he didn't get there. Wait. What?
Did not get there in time.
It's Hawaii.
It's Hawaii. Both players very far off.
What is that?
But Trichter closer. Wow.
Oh.
That is the biggest blunder that we've seen from both players at the same time.
And myself.
And from yourself.
I was so confident that was like Tasmania.
Yeah. Huge.
And that is why you like NMPZ. You get moments like that.
A spanner in the works.
Could you imagine if Trichter lost on Consus going wherever in Spain, on Hawaii? That would have been the wild.
That was literally down to the last second.
Oh my, okay, keep it going.
Round number 12.
Round 12, 5x damage.
5x damage.
That was an insane location.
You can tell from a round like that the players now, and of course because of this NMPZ, that they're feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
That there is a bigger margin for error here. Sorry, a smaller margin for error here.
I think we might have the Gen 4 germs.
Gen 4 germs, my favorite type.
It could be Austria. I don't know what the difference is into nowadays, but let's see where they end up going. Let's see where they end up going. They're both...
Well, Austria and Germany are different countries. I don't know if you know this, but they're different countries.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah, well, you send on the border and hope for the best. We do have Consus going Austria.
Send for the border and hope for the best.
Consus sends Austria.
Consus.
Is Trichter going
Talking about sending, he went straight for that
Look
Austria.
how close they are. They're sending on the border. They don't know the difference.
They've
I don't
actually
know the
done it.
difference. I don't know who it is. I don't know who's closer. 3 seconds on the clock. Consus needs a 284 points. He's closer.
Consus is
Austria.
closer. That might be the killing blow.
Consus wins.
Trevor, you said it. Is that what's happened? They both sent for the border?
They both...
I thought you were just full memeing. They both send for the border, but Consus is just a smidge closer, and because of that multiplier, comes out on top. The player that is rumored to be the favorite, not just in the qualifier, but going through to the grand final, getting another W.
What an impressive... After losing game 1. He came back.
After losing game 1.
That just shows, you can't give up.
The composure.
It's never over.
The composure.
Composed.
Incredible. That was such an exciting matchup, and it truly went down to the wire. Some back and forth action. Consus coming out on top.
That was incredible. Incredible.
Very, very intense. It's actually, I'm still thinking back to the penultimate round, the round before last, where they were just both so far off.
And that's the beauty of it. And I love moments like that where everyone is like, they don't know where to guess. There was a point of probably emphasis where you saw Consus zoom into Australia, but he didn't know if it was. He didn't know where to guess. The time was on. He just got spanked because he didn't know. Hawaii? That's wild.
All three of you were so far off. Like, it's crazy to think that, yeah, there can be, if we get to these game 3s, or if we get to NMPZ, that it does become so much tougher that you suddenly see these sort of wild guesses that are so different from one another.
Yeah, like you would never, like on a moving game, you would move around and see English. That's why NMPZ, both of them have our amazing game modes, but moments like that are special to me. I love it. I love it.
Everybody...